Okay, so my name is Whitney, and our group therapy today is going to be for individuals in a long-term care facility suffering with depression, stemming from different issues that they may be facing. Um, so, the group as a whole, our goals are to be able to alleviate some of the depression that we're dealing with, to be able to have a higher quality of life in general. And then, of course, create a safe atmosphere for all of us to be able to talk about things that maybe we have a hard time expressing to others, and just a safe place for us all to come. So let's see. If everyone wants to, if we want to start with, I guess, letting everyone share their story and kind of what's going on with them and what brings you here. And if you want to start, Angela.
Hello, everybody. My name is Angela. I'm here. I have an unfortunate situation. My husband passed away, and I was placed in an assisted living home because my family didn't feel like I could take care of myself. So I've kind of feel like I've lost my husband, and in a way I've lost myself. They've just thrown me away, kind of is the way I feel sometimes. Because I'm already depressed because I lost my husband, and we were married for a long time. So I'm just kind of stuck in grieving, and there's really not a lot to offer here. You know, they just kind of come in and do their thing, help you out, give your meds, and, you know, you're just kind of, there's really not much to do. So I'm just kind of depressed. My family doesn't come to see me. It's like they just put me in here and now they're done with me. After losing their father, now they're doing me. I don't know. But anyway, that's why I'm depressed. I'm trying to find out how I can come out of this a little bit.
Okay. So what are some, I guess, with your depression and, you know, feeling lonely and abandonment, essentially, what are some of your more specific goals for dealing with this? I mean, I know that one thing that we could work on would be just forming friendships within the facility, just, you know, to help you feel like you're not so isolated. But what specifically is important to you? What do you want to improve?
Well, I would like to get out and meet people. That would be definitely something I would like to do. And I also want to have my doctor evaluate me to see if I really, you know, need to be here. And maybe that's just my own stubbornness, but I'm thinking I can still get out there on my own, but my family doesn't want me to because I fell in such a deep depression from losing my husband. So, but yeah, I'm open to anything. It's just not a lot to do here, but I'm open to like maybe go and do activities outside of here. Just whatever you can set me up with.
So meeting people and maybe even setting up a physical assessment from your doctor just to see, you know, what level you're functioning at and, you know, if that's a possibility.
Because I think I have some years left out there. I don't know. It just, all this happened so quickly, and nobody really asked me what I wanted to do or what I thought about it. It was just, this is what you're going to do. This is where you're going. So I've got those questions have been on my mind as well. It's just been a lot on me, but I don't want to stay in this depression. I mean, I'm sad still that my husband passed away, but I've got some years left that I want to be, you know, find happiness again.
Okay.
I have hope.
Okay. So we have some goals that are definitely manageable. And I think that in the 12 weeks that we'll be here, because this is a 12-week course, and we'll meet once a week for 30 to 45 minutes. And so I think we'll definitely be able to help you with those things.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Now to Amber. If you could just tell us kind of a little bit about your story and what's going on with you.
Sure. Well, I came to the facility 2 years ago, and much like Angela, my husband passed away, and my children or my family, all of my family, my children, my grandchildren, all felt that that with my lack of mobility, that that I couldn't stay in our home by myself anymore. So they moved me into this facility, and while they do visit a lot, they I don't understand why I have to be here, why they can't accommodate me in their own home, why I can't live with one of them. I feel angry and frustrated that that they can't take care of me and help me in their own home. And you know, I feel like I still have a lot to offer them. I could help them with their family lives and help help raise their children like I raised them. I feel like there's so much that I could offer, and yet I feel like I'm being cast away.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I know that a lot of people in long-term, you know, these facilities do feel like that at times. And a lot of times where we start is we start with a group meeting with the family as well. And so everyone gets to say, you know, explain why they feel like we're here at this point, and why it's come to the point where, you know, you are having to be here. But those are definitely things that we can work on. Another part of that is just trying to look at the positives of the role that you're in now, that you don't have to take care of anyone, that you are able to be number one priority at this point. So if there are things that you want to change or work on, you don't have to focus on anyone else right now, you know, and maybe, you know, that would help with the situation with your family as well. If you are able to focus on yourself and take care of yourself for a while. But those are definitely things that we can work on throughout these sessions. So I guess if we're talking specifically, let's just say two specific goals that you want to work on, that you want to focus on during these sessions. And if you don't know today, that's fine too. We can always take more time to think about it. I know, even if you feel like, you know, finding more friendships within this facility is not a priority for you, that doesn't mean it wouldn't be helpful in dealing with some of the, you know, feelings that you have. So it might not seem relevant, but it would be helpful.
I think I would definitely like to work on my anger towards my family and acceptance.
Acceptance, okay. Okay. Now that we kind of have a better idea of why we're here and what we want to do, I guess we do need to, I probably should have done this in the beginning, but we do need to talk about, I guess, depression and how it affects everyone. So a lot of people suffer with depression who don't talk about it. But to know, I mean, obviously for this group, we were assessed, and we know that anyone here is suffering with depression, but it is totally, I don't want to say it's normal, but it is normal. We can work through it. And there are so many different areas that we can work on, that, like I said, some of the things might feel like they're not relevant to what you're going through. But if you can improve your quality of life in any way, your friendships, your relationships, then that's going to improve every aspect of life. Of course, it is, and it's treatable. That's what you need to know, is depression is treatable and your symptoms will improve. And we can go into different, I mean, our therapy here, our activities that we'll do, homework that we may have, those are all things that are going to help in different ways. And also we can continue to talk to your doctors and talk about medications or whatever direction we need to go. That's what we'll do. And so basically that it's a broad picture. I mean, we're going to be focusing on many different things, but overall, I think that we should all just keep in mind that from this, our main goal is to improve your quality of life, your everyday living. And no matter if you stay here or end up, going back home, we want to alleviate the symptoms of your depression, which is going to improve every aspect of life. Of course, there are rules for the group. We try to be respectful of everyone here. Listen when people are talking and sharing their stories, and confidentiality, of course, what we discuss in the group stays in the group. And you are encouraged to speak with others outside of the group, even if they're not members of the group. I mean, don't talk about personal issues that others are having in the group, but talk with your other group members outside of this group, and talk about what's going on, and try to help each other. That's definitely encouraged. And then also today, I'll give you a depression scale different from the one that we took in the beginning. And we'll fill that out today, and that'll give us all a better idea of where we stand, and kind of give us more information to go off of to help everyone. And then really, other than that, we're just going to be meeting, discussing what's going on. Sometimes there will be homework. It will, it won't be anything great. It'll just be, maybe talk with 2 people outside of the group this week. Try to find 1 or 2 hobbies that you really enjoy, but it won't be anything overwhelming or something that's going to take up, too much time or anything like that. Anybody have any questions so far?
No.
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 I'm looking forward to it because I feel really alone and isolated here. So I'm looking forward to what you're going to help us with.
Yeah, and I think this is a great space to meet people and just be able to talk about those things that maybe you feel like you haven't got the chance to talk about, or you've never felt comfortable talking about with other people. And once we kind of establish a relationship, you may feel more comfortable even talking with your family about some of the issues, because a lot of times we do have issues with family and feelings toward them that we're not even willing to express to them. So
Well, I appreciate you helping us.
Yes, and we'll be here for 12 weeks, so we should get to know each other very well.
Yeah.
All right, if there's no more questions, we'll end with that.
Okay.